No, it's Thursday, Juneteenth. It's June 19th. And here in the US, it's a federal holiday, which actually is very special because it represents the last day that we had slaves in the US. I mean, I have heard since then that there had been slaves after that, but the last official group was freed in Galveston, Texas today. So, so that's a very important part of our history. And it's a very special holiday. So happy Juneteenth, everybody. I did do a video on it on my other channel on the history because in the US archives, there are actual recordings of former slaves and you can hear their voices and I said this in my video and it still strikes me that they just spoke matter-of-factly about their owners and being owned. And it's just hard to understand how that could have happened. And yeah, so I recommend if you haven't been on the U.S. Library Archives, check it out. There was a project in the 1930s to record uh, the freed slaves, and it's a beautiful resource, and we can hear their voices. Um, I'm T. Waldron. I'm here with my cat Pumpkin. I'm going to try to plug in my sound system, so we'll see if that works. Okay, hopefully that. If not, let me know. Um, Where is she? There she is. Okay. Hi, Pumpkin. Whew, it's really warm here on the East Coast of the US. It's very humid as well. So let me try to get her more in the frame. Let's see. There you go. Hi, Pumpkin. Now you're in the frame. So let's take a few minutes. We'll do a little bit of deep breathing. I'm just going to sit over here like this so I can be in the frame too. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to slow our breath down and try to feel our hearts. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. You can put your hand on your chest if you like. That helps me center and get in touch with my feelings. Inhale and exhale. And you can continue that as long as you'd like. Good morning if you just joined us. We did a little bit of deep breathing. Now we'll have a drink. I have a shake today. Cheers. As I said, it's really hot here, so this is refreshing. Oh, that's good. It's a little sour. It's with lemon juice and things. Good morning. If you just joined us, we're here. It's Thursday, Juneteenth. I'm going to read a little bit to you from the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. We're on the chapter of Casting Your Burden, which I really need to hear today. I'm going to read the first sentence, and then we'll go back to where we were. When we know our own power and the workings of our mind, our great desire is to find an easy and quick way to impress our subconscious with good. Good morning. Hi, Maria. It is 8:06. Chicken girl, hi. Thank you. Yes, this is Pumpkin. Pumpkin, they all say hi to you. Yes. Hello. Hi, Ryan. And hi, Maria. Good morning. And Royer. The amazing chicken girl. I love that handle. That's so cute. So I'll read a little bit. So when we know our own power and the working of our mind, our desire is to find an easy and quick way to impress our subconscious so that we can not think about it. We just know with good. For simply intellectual knowledge of the truth will not bring results. So that's really important. Oh, thanks. So yeah, so that's important because our subconscious is like steam. It's very powerful, but it doesn't have any direction. It's like whatever we feed our subconscious is where it goes. So it just, we have to decide where we want to go with our subconscious. Okay, let's see. The almighty subconscious flooded the almighty superconscious flooded the subconscious with love, and your whole life can change. So basically, if we're filled with love, our subconscious is going to vibe that, and we'll feel that. So we have to just live in love, live in peace. I had a pretty And good morning. Hi, Maria. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I had a pretty serious thing happen yesterday. So I've been working on self-growth for, intensely for 5 years, but probably, my entire adult life. I try to be healthy. And when I learned about self-actualization in high school, I said, oh, I want to be that. When it was Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And that means, I'm not going to, actually, I don't have the definition, so I don't want to say it. But anyway, I've always wanted to be self-actualized. So yesterday, I made a big mistake. I was in a situation, and I let my emotions get the better of me. And did you ever get so angry that you just like saw red? You just were really angry. And it had tapped into some things that had happened in the past. And I kind of went back to that place where I used to be. And then I just was really, really upset. And I did some things that I would never do in being in self, being in peace. But I went back to that place, and it was not fun. But you know what? I made a mistake. I talked about it. I apologized. And also, I talked to some friends because they're like, you know what? You're human. We're all human. And this is Fractal, by the way. She's Pumpkin's friend. But I'll turn it so you can see her a little bit too. But yeah, we're all human. So, give yourself a break. If you made a mistake, we're all human, and we're going to make mistakes. And I felt terrible. And, I felt like I was set back, because I feel like I'm doing all this work to be a better person. And then to lose my temper like that was really upsetting and from a meta place, when you work so hard and then something triggers you and you just kind of lose it. I felt really bad about that. And I don't feel great about it, but it happened and I have to move on. And I have to say, okay, how could I avoid that from happening in the future? So learning from that. So learning that, you know what, I have work to do. We all have work to do. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Do you ever feel like you put some time in and you feel like you're working on things and then sometimes you have a setback? How does that feel? It doesn't feel great, does it? No. So, all right. Well, I'll leave you guys with that. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And I'll see you tomorrow. So thank you. Bye. Oh, and wait. By the way, I won't be here tomorrow. I'm going to post something at 8 o'clock because I'm going to do yoga on the beach tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys on Saturday live, but I'll see you tomorrow. I'll put up a video. Thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in. Bye, everybody. Thank you.